Hey everyone, welcome back to Moving the Needle, the show where we help MedSpa owners and managers grow smarter, not just bigger. Today, we're digging into a very important and misunderstood growth decision that a lot of practice owners will make. And that is, when is the right time to hire a marketing manager for your med spa? Now, you may be juggling social media, emails, promos, SEO, website, Google Ads, and wondering if bringing someone in-house will finally free you up. And if that's a question you've asked yourself, then this episode's for you. I want to talk through a number of truths that you need to know before you post that job listing. And by the end of this episode, I hope that you'll know or have a better sense of whether it's time to hire, what kind of person you're looking for, or if it's actually better at that stage to stick with an agency. Now, one of the things that you need to start with is just get real about the role. A lot of med spa owners, actually a lot of business owners that are trying to internalize their marketing department, they make the mistake of trying to hire a unicorn. You know the type. You're looking for somebody who can run your ads, who can manage all your socials, manage your email, design graphics, and write blogs and contents, build lead funnels and nurturing funnels, edit your videos, analyze the data and give you a report, and somehow grow your audience all at the same time. And I'm sorry to say, but that person in one body does not exist. At least not at the level of speed and skill that most businesses really need. So let's break the role down into realistic buckets that you need to be aware of. Some must-haves, some things that absolutely need to get done, like daily marketing tasks, posting, scheduling, sending promos. Nice to haves would be video editing, analytics, and brand design. Outsourceable things that would, usually the first things that get outsourced as you internalize this team are things like your SEO, your PPC or Google Ads, the website management, and organic strategy. If you try to cram everything into one person, what invariably happens is you wind up with burnout and mediocre at best for execution. So the best advice I could give is build the role around what actually moves the needle, pun intended, and not everything that you wish someone could do. So, because when that happens and you look at what it really costs, the part that nobody really wants to talk about, hiring a marketing manager alone isn't cheap. So you're probably looking at 45 to 60,000 US for entry level, 65 to 90K for somebody who's very experienced. And that's before benefits, software costs, licensing and tools and things of that nature. So, and here's the key, salary does not equal strategy. So a 50K hire won't walk in with a full marketing plan ready to go. And if you don't already have strong systems, content, and a direction and a brand guideline and a voicing, all of those things in place, even a great hire, even a great person who could be good is going to struggle. So just as a reality check, if your brand and strategy aren't solid yet, you might want to start with an agency or even a fractional CMO first. Let them build the roadmap and then hire somebody to execute it. Now, a really costly mistake that you can avoid is understanding the difference between a strategist and a doer. All right, so a major mistake is thinking that you can hire one person to both create the strategy and then execute everything. They're very different skill sets, and they require different knowledge sets. Strategists decide what needs to happen, and doers make it happen. If you blur those lines, you're probably going to either hire somebody who's overqualified and underutilized, or underqualified and overwhelmed. So what I recommend is Agencies or strategists build your plan and drive growth. Your in-house coordinator can execute the plan, manage some content, and coordinate with your team. So let your business maturity, not your stress level, determine which hires should come first. So, and a lot of times these hires are just about reacting to the stress and the overwhelm. And so you're trying to plug that. But when you do make those decisions, some of the things that you can look at and what to measure. So let's say you do hire somebody, and a reasonable question would be, what should you expect in the first 90 days? Well, actually, more to the point, here's what not to expect. Don't expect leads to start pouring in overnight. That's vague and unrealistic. Instead, measure activities that actually build momentum. X number of social posts per week, X number of email campaigns per month, monthly promotions or events planned, local partnerships developed, that's gold, website updates, blogs published. Those are leading indicators that will set you up for long-term growth. So the growth is the symptom of the critical drivers being implemented. Those are the critical drivers. And if you want to troubleshoot what's not working, you can check out our post. We have a post on our website, Why Your MedSpa Marketing Isn't Working. It's a perfect companion to this topic. So now, the other thing is hire for attitude, train for skills. So just thinking about the type of person that you want to hire. Yes, they should know tools like Canva, MailChimp, Instagram, but the real differentiating factors are more about mindset and communication. You're going to want to look for somebody, a DISC assessment is a great way to do this. Look for somebody with ownership and initiative that's going to do creative problem solving. What you don't want is somebody bringing every single problem to you and laying them all out at your feet without any solutions. Also, strong communication skills, a passion for aesthetics in the industry, and a growth mindset. And you can train on tools, but you can't train on attitude, right? So this person will be interacting with your team, with your patients, with your vendors. And a cultural mismatch can do a lot more damage than a technical gap. So hire for attitude, train for skills. So now, if you're not ready to hire, that's not a bad thing. Maybe you're just not ready yet. If you don't have a clear brand message, if you don't have a really well-defined strategy, established systems, hiring in-house might slow you down instead of speeding you up, and it actually might add to your workload with the things and the feedback and the guidance and all that. So if that's the case, if that's where you're at, an agency might often be the better move. When you get a full service agency, and I recommend looking for one that's niche, not just us, but just when you look for an agency, try to find one that's a specialist in your field. This is true for any business. And with that, you would get, if you get a full service agency, you get a full team of specialists. So you get systems and strategies that are built for you. You get faster execution, less financial risk, and the flexibility to scale. And then once the foundation is built, and that strategy is really well defined and everything's clear, then you bring somebody in-house to maintain and grow it, and they run with that ball. So just as the bottom line, hiring a marketing manager, it can be a game changer for your med spa, but only if the timing and the structure and the support systems are right. If your marketing foundation is shaky, start with an agency first. Let them build the systems that a great in-house hire later can maintain. So now, here at the MedSpa Agency, we help growing clinics design exactly that, systems that support both strategy and scale. And if you're unsure about whether it's time to hire or it's time to outsource, maybe we can help give some more input and help you make that right call. So just visit our website, schedule a discovery call. We'll have a free conversation, and we'll just talk about where you're at and talk through your next smart steps. All right. Thanks again for joining and tuning in to Moving the Needle. If this episode helped you see your next move more clearly, share it with another MedSpa owner who's trying to get their marketing team the smart way. And don't forget, please like, follow, and subscribe for regular insights on digital marketing, operations, and growth strategy, all tailored specifically for med spas and aesthetic practices. Until next time, I'm Chris Fink, helping you make strategic moves that build lasting growth in your med spa practice. See you in the next one.